and Roy. I'd say Roy is going to have a pretty tough time dealing with this matchup because Link is very versatile in both close quarters combat and projectile usage.
I did say this last time against GP versus Allman, but projectiles aren't always the problem for Roy. It's more the recovery.
Exactly.
But Link has a lot more projectiles than, well, no, arguably less projectiles than Samus, but more useful ones.
Yeah.
But
so far, CK putting up an impressive percentage lead.
but GP's not having it. GP's getting some percent in as well.
Yep, GP getting a nice tilt, but CK still managing to keep Red secure.
Almost stopped GP from recovering, but
I know GP is pulling out Roy more often.
we've seen Roy it's a lot more than Ike, arguably, even.
I think it's because, like, in this situation, I think Roy is probably the better move here. Because
And I think GP's trying to diversify a bit, because
exactly.
we know GP's Ike is really good, but I'm sure it gets boring sometimes just to play the same slow sword fighter that's...
Not to mention this situation, considering Ike has a much larger hitbox, it would be a lot easier for Link, to actually just go to town with all the projectiles.
I'd argue, not really. I think Roy is only slightly shorter than Ike, and they're both pretty thin in terms of character size.
In terms of height, I think.
In terms of height, yeah, Ike is tall, but not that much taller.
The height of the character,
But they're a lot slower, so...
That Synchro's brilliant. I have like really interesting color signals.
Very high percent here. Running into that bomb. Oh, but the counter. The red by the counter works.
The timing on that was perfect. Right there and there.
Genesis Croc. Don't know why it's a downboard.
It's been like a joke.
GP wanting to get some percent here before losing the stock.
Yeah.
Just throwing Link's bomb back at him.
No, honestly,
Neither's really approaching here because it's pretty dangerous for both. GP getting good percent here. That up throw though.
out of love with Hogwarts community was when like the world queue split. Do you remember like before you could choose anything and then like it was
As of right now we are pretty even, but in terms of percentage, BK is struggling. And GP is putting up a nice decent offense with a flurry of up airs and forward airs.
Yeah. GP's got good percent here, but
when you first from right half, I didn't know anymore. But I played right half like last year. And then Wolfie came out and it was like
pretty equal now. CK managed to bring it back.
CK does have a habit of doing that.
Yeah. Problem is CK never manages to.
CK putting up with a unique sword tech, just moving around like the hitbox of the shield, so that way it might trick BK being slightly off in the air.
Yeah. Oh, that bomb drop into forward air. Devastating.
In that situation, GP was in a bit of a.
There's not much you can do against that.
Yeah.
Roy can't jump over it.
Yeah, and even if you do block Link's main arm, the way you just use bomb and just take it out.
The way it works is you throw the bomb down, and when it's bouncing, it's still a hitbox. So you've got to keep that in mind, and it's pretty hard to remember.
Like this.
But PK almost killing. Oh, good tech.
Yes, man.
Is this it? PK has a massive rage, so a good amount can move to kill her.
Yeah.
Is that it? That's it.
Whoa!
Good first game for CK.
Yeah. That was.
I'm gonna let someone else be on comms probably.
Right hand.
Do you have like a picture?
No, but I can open for you. I do want to come in. Seat's open if you want it. Alright, so we are now into winners finals round 2. CK taking a match up, taking a set off of not set a game off of GP so far.
And going along with the song choice, trouble is brewing right now. CK with a really solid advantage. He's been kind of cooking recently.
Yeah.
I must say, he's been doing a pretty good job. Now we're going to be going into game 2. Going smooth outfield, you know, it's a classic. Basically, everyone's been going here today. So let's get into it. GP getting solid start, taking center stage, and constantly trying to keep CK towards the ledge. But CK is now fighting back. He's trying to get his V-drop bomb combos. It's just back and forth right now.
Yeah. GP switching from Roy to Ike in this sort of situation, kind of surprising considering Ike has a slightly larger hitbox, making it a bit easier for Link to go off with the projectiles.
So one advantage of Ike actually in this matchup is it's actually harder to catch his recovery than Roy.
Yeah.
When you've seen Roy's recovery, he gets slightly on the side. He's just gone, isn't he?
He is just dead.
But yeah, I completely see what you mean. If GP gets stuck in the combo, boy, he will get locked in.
Exactly.
And right now, CK is doing a pretty good job of it. With GP on a solid advantage, that was a really good
Yeah,
job.
decent amount of distance, and going right back of a flurry of aerials, mainly in the neutral and up air a bit. And GP just managing to take a stop right away.
Absolutely great tech though from CK. GP catching it out. He just read CK's soul. Right now, we've got the bomb in center stage. Really good choice, pushing GP into a ledge trap. Will CK be able to hold on to it? Throwing out these nares, remember, they're -2. They're very safe. They've got a lot of priority, I will say that. And yeah, right now, CK is just looking to close out a stock. He can't find an up B, so right now, he is looking for a poke. With GP not allowing that poke to happen.
Yeah.
I'll probably do a train.
Yeah, it's
CK trying to keep his distance. CK is trying to keep his distance as moment, keeping the close quarters combat to a minimum at this point.
absolutely great anti-air for him though. Yeah, keeping him at bay. CK now just looking for something like an up air and up till something. Take GP stop. Trying to cover as many options as possible. That bomb will take it.
The timing on the bomb. The timing on the bomb was definitely on CK's side.
Oh yeah, for sure. GP wasn't really in a position. All he could do there was roll in and hope. But
My time is gone.
yeah,
Yeah.
wow, that's yeah.
Right now, CK keeping up. CK just battling back despite the percentage disadvantage right now.
Like, yeah, I see CK. He's kind of cooking right now. I mean, it's evening out very, very fast. GP looking for that final up down. Pushing able to catch his ass. One more. The other stock is now 2-1 stock to GP. And a reversal. Under 100%. Damn, that is strong. I was about to say that. Then again, it was all the way on the other side of the stage. PK pushing his advantage as much as he can. 0 to 58, all the way to 69, 89. Getting back stock here. Why, no. A favorite number. 16. Yeah, he's still on 0%. He's going to continue pushing advantage. He's in GP on the edge. 0 to dash. Jesus.
I'm probably going to trade a bit more.
My bad.
CK, what you did was literally illegal right there. What the frick?
Yeah, so unfortunately I'm a little bit loud, the players had me a little bit, so let's keep that in mind. But yeah, that was a sick game. We're now going to be going to game 3.
Game 3. Jeez, CK. I said this like when my previous colleague was on. CK has a habit of getting pretty bad situations, but somehow just managing to take the whole game and the whole game back, even in the most dire situations.
Yeah, like that midfield dire. I thought that GP did have a really solid advanced drop. And then, that was goals.
CK caught to put it in street language. CK caught GP lacking.
Yeah, he did. He really did. But it's like no fault to GP. What could he do?
Exactly. Yeah.
Like CK was locked in there. He got that.
CK saw an opportunity and took it. And honestly, in all honesty, I would have done the same if I was a bit more perceptive.
But right now it's GP's turn. That was a great little conversion. Hopefully keeping CK in the air, finally getting conversion into a net back air. And closing the stock out. He's now got control of the bomb, but GP not getting quite as much use from it. But it doesn't really matter. 0-52?
Yeah,
Nothing to scoff that.
you don't just ignore that. That is just some inhumane shit.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, this damage is constantly piling up. CK trying to find a stock. Hopefully he's able to lock back in like he did with that other stock in the last game. And it's going to be a stock back forward.
That's going to be the second stock of the match right now. CK, however, GP is still playing on the pressure for CK right now.
Oh yeah, like that must be intense.
Indeed.
You know, 130 when you're a stock down. Push GP off the ledge and this is a chance. Unfortunately, not able to get the spike. That could have been sick.
I think that more or less benefits GP more than it benefits CK in the way, because now GP has got an even further percentage lead.
Yeah, I agree, but imagine if that down there connected. It was close to connecting. Unfortunately, it's a little bit too slow. That could have been a simple stop to even it out quite well. I mean, he's still living 163%, 178%. His damage piling up, but he missed the D-drop bomb.
D-drop wouldn't even then would have just given GP more.
Yeah.
GP.
Yeah, it would have put him in a bad position for GP to get a punish, unfortunately.
Yeah, this is what makes it risky. This is what makes Link's Z-drop tech a lot more risky. Because on one hand, at low percentages, that's fine. You can deal with that sort of thing. But at high percentages, you have a much higher knockback, and as a result, that puts you in a much riskier situation, especially against a character like Ike that can easily just knock you out with a simple up air.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, it's risk reward, as you said. Like,
It's high risk, high reward.
Yeah.
Oh, but so far CK taking it back, but again, that percentage is taking a massive toll on it.
Yeah, I mean, 86% to 8 right now. This is kind of dire, but hopefully, maybe that rage will actually put him in a solid position to find the death combo. He could bring it back with that up tilt. It's putting him in a bad situation. GP waiting out the air dodge.
Taking a round right off the CK right there too. He's on the verge of a GP comeback.
You know what? It could happen. GP did play that really well. Like, calling out a lot. He called out a lot of what CK was doing in the air and not really giving him a chance to breathe when he was trying to drop down to the center stage.
I think the past two games, GP took notice of everything CK was doing and compiled everything he saw into one bigger game plan than the one he had going in before.
Yeah. Oh yeah, sure, for sure.
Which is genuinely something that, in a way, you kind of do want to do in Smash in general. Even if you have a game plan going in beforehand, you want to try and keep the match going as long as possible. And even if you lose, you have to compile as much data about your opponent as possible, even on the fly.
Oh yeah, I mean that's what GP is really good at though. Like he's a veteran.
He's extremely patient.
Yeah.
That's what it is. He's extremely patient about what his opponent does and takes notice of every tiny detail.
It's almost like the years of service coming in clutch, you know.
Exactly.
He adapts quite well. He understands, like you're saying, he understands what his opponent is doing quite well. So but that like it is attributed to the slow gameplay. He's going to play a little bit more dangerously. Sometimes you do need to go for those options. He still did plan out quite well. It didn't put him in too much of a disadvantage.
Yeah, right now, so far we're looking pretty even, but even the GP is playing on twice as much pressure.
Oh yeah, I mean it's fairly even, but GP is creating a massive threat right now. And that was a great read.
GP's not messing around anymore. He wants to fight on it.
No, like that was a sword in the stone. He did not pull out. He put it back in. Just absolutely sending it, reading.
He pulled the sword out of the stone and put it back in just to lift it up again, just to show him whose yard this is.
Absolutely, and that's what I'm going to see. But CK, it's big cut now. You know what? I want to see him pick it. I want to see him find something, but GP does not want to let it happen. He's holding on for as long as possible. He's keeping his advantage, pushing further and further. He's going to connect. Remember, that does have a fairly good amount of armor.
Yeah, the super armor did come in clutch.
Now, I do
GP has to be careful here because he can't afford to get caught in the bomb again.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, another thing is that I do like what CK's been doing to mix up his options. I mean, we haven't seen that out there before. And another thing is how he's mixing up his recovery back on the stage. He's been doing a lot of D-drop bombs to just hit GP as he tries to go for those up airs and such. And you're seeing GP going for a lot of fakes, jumping up and down like empty nothing.
And so far GP having a very good advantage right now. It's not only at low percent on stock 2, but also still managing to keep up the pressure on CK.
Yeah, and then like he's actually just waiting for CK to push him. Like he's got a full stock to play with, so he's like, yeah. What if I just sit here? I'll sit around center stage. You throw out as many projectiles as you want, because he's just going to keep slashing them down. And then just having to force CK to actually push forwards.
Indeed. For the most part.
That was a nice conversion. He tried to catch it out. Unfortunately, not able to find the back air. Yeah, take it. Oh, what an smash read. Oh, damn, that was cold.
And with that, GP takes the fourth round. We are now going into the final game of winners finals. So we see who takes this one.
This is just a back and forth.
It's back and forth. Back and forth. CK right from the get-go hitting a few blows on GP, and that one blow, game 2, literally started to connect the gears in GP's head. And he said, "Okay, time to stop playing around. Time to cook the blow."
Yeah, I mean, it looked like the gears were turning.
Yeah,
you know, once they locked in, as you said, he just got it.
all right, and now
That adaptation we were talking about earlier.
yeah,
That's the wrong one. Hello.
wrong one. As much as I want to see my beautiful face here, I can't afford to. Anyways.
All right.
Right off the gate, GP and CK going right back and forth, but GP still managing to keep up a much bigger amount of pressure.
Yeah, I mean, I've got to respect that stage change choice, which was not working for CK in the second part of the game.
Yeah. That said, as I have said time and time again, CK has gotten in worse situations before, and has managed to come back right from the depths. And right now, CK is putting up a decent offense against GP. Nice use of projectiles, as well as a mixture of aerials, and the bomb right there. Oh, and the bomb just takes it right off the bat.
The bomb snipe? Okay.
The timing on the bomb. CK's timing on the bombs is probably one of his best secret attributes in a way.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what happens when you like master a character like this. It's quite a niche character, but you know that the player base is on it. They just focus on these kinds of things, these texts, these angles. The GP taking this stock. It's the same thing for GP, you know.
Indeed.
He's been playing Ike since day one.
He has been Ike player through and through, right out of the gate.
Possible get some takers. But yeah, like right now it's looking really even. It's
looking really even, but CK is definitely putting way more pressure on GP now. So now things are starting to turn back in CK's favor. But then again, with GP, you never know. Maybe he could just be toying with it.
He's going to be playing the long game right now, but who knows? That's another
snipe with a bomb. See, this is his tournament.
Yeah, I mean, this could be the one that CK takes. Like, he hasn't won a tournament yet, but he's doing a really good job. GP doesn't want to allow that, you know?
GP has a good amount of street cred. He has to pretty much keep his store's reputation.
Alright, well put. And right now,
It's so bulge!
that was nice. Like the king lives. GP not quite going down yet. CK does have the stock. He could play with it for a little bit. He's just constantly piling up. He wants to hold on to this for as long as possible.
He's been eating with his food right now at this point. He can't afford to do that right now. But the question with GP.
Yeah, but the question is, will Apu fight back? You know, they're still biting this dog, and I'm thinking that he could bring something back. We've seen what GP does, especially with rage. That can be really worrying. CK, trying to add up that damage little by little, 125%. That bomb is now gone. If I don't know, he's able to get a spike. He's not going to go for the snipe instead. He's trying to keep GP as far as
DK moves to in. Is your first grand finals partner?
Yeah.
And GP goes right down the loser bracket.
yeah, that was sick. That was a